Hey everyone, Ronin here. We're going to be checking out some more YOASOBI, and we're going to be listening to this song At Sea, which makes sense because I see a bunch of water in this video. So I just reacted to my first YOASOBI video, or even J-pop in general. I've never really exposed myself to it before. I really loved what I saw, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and film another one because I'm genuinely curious as to how far this rabbit hole goes. But so far my impression is that they are incredible artists, really great producer, ISA, and just looking forward to seeing what else they can bring to the table. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump on into this. Really beautiful animation so far. Really good vocals. I like the change to the different drum kit. Really amazing bass riffs too. Wow. Really amazing vocalists. Wow. Wow, incredible looking video too. It's hard for me to focus on one or the other. The rhythm that the vocalist sings is really awesome. Very intricate use of the keys too. A lot of different key sounds.
前のように眠る君の姿
Again, just really creative. This kind of felt like a little bit more in line with what J-pop and, you know, what my assumption of J-pop is. This kind of falls a little bit more in line with that, but it's still very high production value, not only in the music video itself, but in the music. And an easy way to tell, because for those of you that don't know me, I'm a musician, and that's kind of also how I look at things. It's just, you know, I try to guess what the music writing process was like, if there's something interesting there to dissect. You know, this is a fairly simple chord progression, but in the way that they deliver it is kind of where the creativity comes in. That's kind of like where the ingenuity comes in. That's what this group has a lot of, is ingenuity. They understand how to entertain, and especially and sometimes that could be a bit one-sided in certain groups where maybe the production value is there, and you can have a talented singer, but what they do is just kind of sing. I feel like giving this vocalist more credit than that, because of their awareness of how they're enunciating the words and how it's working with the rhythm at the same time. Because there's like a little bit of there's like a hip hop element in there too, the way that she's singing the lyrics, and how there are certain sections where it's like, okay, we're gonna be singing pretty here, and we're just gonna go with the flow here. And then when we get into like the verses of the song, she starts to play around with those rhythms and actually adds rhythm to the percussive elements that are already there. They're able to see like the smallest bits of empty space in the music, and they're able to fill that in with their vocals. So even if the beat is doon 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 doon, she's playing around with it. I don't know what she's saying, but she adds a little rhythm on top of that, and you layer that on top of each other, and they play off of each other like that. So she's kind of taking care of those little upbeats and everything in between, while the bass and the drums are kind of carrying the foundation of the song forward. So it's really interesting. Like if I wrote it, it would have been way more plain than this. And so but they were able to sit there. This does also speak to their level of experience too, because once you start writing for a certain genre for a long time, you might get bored with it, and then you start thinking about, how can we spice things up, how can we make this interesting? And so they dive in there, and they figure out every little thing that they can do, because I can listen to this and not think of anything else to do with it. I don't know what you would add. They came up with other ideas with like a lot of different key sounds. They added some horns in there, which could also been for some keys. So pretty cool. Technically, this is not in my wheelhouse of the type of music I typically listen to. It's good though if someone like me can sit here and still dissect the song and have a good time doing it. I'm actually having fun listening to all the different elements and listening to the levels of creativity in this. It's really cool. Yeah, and just a really great idea in general to have all your videos animated like this, because that means you can make up whatever music video you want, and they could fit the mood of the music, and you're not bound by any limitations. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the reaction, and let me know what else to check out, and I will see you guys next time.